Hello and welcome back. My name is Ray. I am the CEO and developer of Soulducate LLC, the owner of the Soulducate Sanctuary Candle Co., and the self-published author of the Sacred Feminine Activation Planner, soon to be the Sacred Feminine Activation Guide. In today's video, I really want to talk about Mercury retrograde. I have been having a number of people reach out to me asking questions about the planetary alignments, the moon phases, the retrogrades that are going on right now, because things are spinning and things are turning, and there is a complete, simple resolution to help everyone with their life flow alignment. If this is something that sounds interesting to you, then stick around. All right, so as always, I really like to break my videos down into sections. That way it stays nice and organized. So in today's video, we're going to break this down into 4 sections. The first one is, what is Mercury retrograde? The second one is, what does it do to our emotions and our shadow aspects? The third one is, what not to do during retrogrades. And the fourth one is, what should you do during retrogrades? First up on the list, what is Mercury retrograde? So Mercury retrograde is just a slowing down of that planet. People used to think it was a speeding up, but it's not. It's a slowing down, and that planet pulls away from its normal orbit and everything else is moving faster around it. So this, in conjunction with our emotions and ourself, you can kind of put it together that that is the same thing that is going to be happening to our energy field. Things are going to seem chaotic, like they're moving faster and faster around us, and we don't know what to do. So things become erratic, emotions become erratic, and responses become erratic. Communication becomes hard because not everybody is in the same category of shifting. Some of us have been shifting for years, and then others of us are just learning how to shift, or are even just now acknowledging that we've been activated into these alignment callings within our light body, within our energy field. So the easiest way to remember this and what is actually going on with retrogrades is just to think of the word retro. Whenever you think of, oh, I'm going to go to a retro party, it's throwback. It's going backwards. So that is whatever planet it is at the time that's going retrograde, it's slowing down, and it's essentially moving backwards. So while keeping this whole retro concept in our minds, this backwards interaction that it is bringing in, we can now move into part 2 of what does it do to our emotions and shadow aspects. Nobody thinks of the shadow aspects. And emotions are, just energy in motion. So if you're emotional, it just means your energy's all over the place. And that is an easy fix. And the one thing you can do with emotions is to have control over your mindset, to have control over your perceptions, and to know when something is coming through as an illusion or a retro from the past, creating an illusion for you to heal now. So let's break this down and make it more digestible. If the planet is in conjunction with our emotions and the planet is slowing down and going backwards, guess what's going to happen? Things from our past are going to come back. Backward stuff, memories, perceptions, contact, communication from either exes, old friends that you had bad falling out with. There's a reason why people are our exes, is because everything's either a blessing or a lesson. If you're with somebody and you had a terrible time, you broke up, you spent years maybe trying to fix it and you broke up, that relationship is supposed to be a lesson. So if that relationship comes back up during a retrograde, you need to do some introspecting and figuring out what is the lesson, like what am I holding on to? And that dives right into the shadow. Our shadow side is the side that we don't want anybody else to see. It's the side that we don't really even acknowledge. The shadows are the things that once maybe wounded us, that we bury deep down inside of us to never be seen again. Well, if you are an energetically enhanced being and you've been activated into your calling in this time, in this conjunction with us coming into new earth, old earth is crashing out, the matrix is decoding, we are activated. So when you're activated and these retrogrades happen, you're going to be pushed harder and harder and harder. Your emotions are going to be erratic until you learn how to get control of them. And that is the journey. That is the joy of the journey. Getting control over your emotional body and your mindset. It is true freedom. You're not free until you are balanced, in peace and harmony within. So to make life easier on yourself, get something, get a guide. I created this whole planner for everyone to have effortless healing, to know when these things are coming up, to do your birth chart, to figure out where everything is. It is a crucial time to get into alignment for those of us that are here to serve the collective, for those of us that are here to learn our light body and to do our light work. You can buy anything. There are lots of things like this. I can't say that there's anything like this because I did it and it's totally integrated with everything. It has everything. And if you don't have to get this, but even YouTube, Google, current energies, anything you can do to figure out what's going on over these times so you're not crashing out and ruining your friggin' life over a planetary transit and emotional immaturity. Like, look at this. It says, so you can go to this page, Mercury Retrograde, boom, boom, boom. Then you see all these, there's two more retrogrades. There's Chiron Retrograde and Venus Retrograde. Chiron is going to, it's going to make you look at your, yourself, your identity, your independence. And Venus retrograde always makes you look at your love lives. Love lives take a hit during Venus retrograde if you have any shadowy aspects around love. But look, if you know that Mercury retrograde is coming July 24th, or July 18th, whenever it is, sorry. But it says here, keep an open mind when others may be losing it. Others will lose it. You can ask someone a simple question and they'll go, bleh, they'll fucking fly off the chain for no reason. And sometimes they don't even know why they're doing it, but it's because it's Mercury retrograde. And here's another one. Energy is high. Empower yourself. Embark on transformation for the better in any aspect of life. Passion and intensity is in the air. Priorities, discipline, independence, transmutation. It's all there. We have all the information here. Everything to keep you in line. Like, there's no secrets. And I've had people say, well, you say the same thing all the time whenever there's a full moon in Leo. You say the same thing all the time when there's a new moon in Aquarius. It is because it is the same thing. It's just you have a lifetime of opportunities to get into alignment. These same shifts happen every year. And do you find yourself having the same chaos every year? That just means you haven't healed your shadow aspects. So things like Mercury will slow down so you can heal your shadow aspects. Take a look at your triggers. Take a look at your reactions. Listen to other people's perceptions and perspectives. And do some inner work. Like, it is the true work. Why are we walking around with wounds? Like, the past is an illusion. Everything that has happened in the past is not coming back. And if the energy keeps coming back, then it means you have something to heal. It means that you're wounded. Most of us are wounded warriors. And how do you know? How do you know that you've successfully healed? When these past things quit coming back. I don't have any, there's no exes contacting me. There's no exes popping up in my mind that I want to, rejuvenate. I don't feel like I need to rejuvenate anything or closure or anything like that, because at the time it happened, it served its purpose and it ended with a lesson, which is also a blessing at times. All right, next up, what not to do during Mercury retrograde. So don't do anything drastic. Just chill out. Like, it really is meant for you to take a chill pill. I went to dinner with a friend this evening and I was telling her, I was like, I just feel like I'm in a void. Well, that is it. The more I thought about it, it's like, that's what it is. It's a slowdown. It's just a lot of feeling versus doing. You don't want to be so high energy during these certain retrogrades, because they could become chaotic. Things could become crazy and your energy will be displaced when your energy needs to kind of be flowing and more calm. Don't do anything drastic. Do not go back to an ex. Do not chop all your hair off. Try to refrain from having surgery. Don't sign contracts. Don't buy cars. Don't do anything that requires you to have sort of a concrete stance in it, I guess. A lot of things are hard to get out of once you get into them. So if it's something that you're signing onto for a long time, I would refrain from doing that during a Mercury retrograde. Sit with it. If you're getting a nudge to do something that can essentially impact the rest of your life or impact your life for a long period of time, sit with it for a little bit. I mean, if you're wanting to make a big change, you should always sit with that. You shouldn't make any drastic decisions on impulse like that, because it could take a drastic shift for the worse instead of for the better if you haven't thought through your entire state of mind during making that choice. Sometimes we're doing things from the ego. It's not good to do things from the ego. Where's your heart? Dive into your heart during Mercury retrograde. You will get through things a lot easier when you dive into your heart. You know, it's like, okay, let's say if an ex contacts you and the relationship sucked, essentially. The emotional attachment was bad, arguing, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the things that happen in a not good relationship. Well, they're contacting you because they are a shadow aspect inside of you that's keeping you from moving forward to the next step of your leveling up, the next step of your evolution, your next level elevation. They are coming back so you can remember the state you were in during that time and how you never want to go back to that state, how you never want to have a relationship like that again, how you're wanting to elevate your circumstances, improve your problems, quit going backwards. Once you gain this knowledge, once you get it down, once it's ingrained into every fiber of your being, you're going to be sitting around watching everybody else crash out. You're going to be sitting around watching everybody else make one stupid decision after another. Watch them have one unhinged perception of something and totally change the trajectory of destiny, essentially. Free will can really F up destiny. Because if you're impacting other people, those other people aren't essentially needing to understand or forgive or have compassion over and over and over again when you can't figure out how to heal the shadow aspect that's getting triggered every time these retrogrades happen. All right, next up, what should you do during retrograde? If it's a retrograde in Mercury, take time out. Take some time out, spend some time alone, do something like I made my beauty salon, do beauty stuff, you know, go get your hair done, go get your nails done, go get your eyelashes done. I don't know, do something, do things that make you feel good. and do things that make you honor your essence. If there's a hobby that you like to do, put your time into the hobby and don't think so much about other people or other circumstances. Anything can be slowed down for a little bit so you can catch up on you. And that happens a lot. We get, especially with women, we get so engulfed in being the mother and the nurturer and the healer and the helper and the understander and the one with the compassion. And we're doing all this stuff. We're cooking, cleaning, doing all the things. And eventually we get burnt out because we've done it so much and everybody just gets so used to the routine. And then when you all of a sudden decide it's me time, then everybody's confused. Like, what's going on? Why isn't she doing this? Well, it's because you haven't given yourself any time in the past before and nobody's used to it. Everybody's just got used to using. It is okay to tell people to fend for themselves. It is okay to say no to an invitation. It is okay to take time alone. And I understand that some of you guys with little ones or babies, that is harder to do. I totally get that. I've been in that mom phase. But when you put them down for sleep, make yourself a little sacred space in your room or in the corner, anything. You can sit and just breathe or meditate. Take a salt bath. Do something for yourself that either makes you hotter, smarter, or wiser. All right, well, I didn't want to make this video too long. I just sort of wanted to come on and give some insight to energy shifts and how real it is and how real it is for us to learn how to get into alignment during these transits and these retrogrades. They really shouldn't be impacting us and bothering us that much, but I see so many people on social media that are like, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this happened. And let me tell you another thing. If it happens, okay, you're going to be okay. Okay. Just stop worrying so much. It's pretty easy. Just go within. Where is the trigger happening? And the best method to do shadow work, there is information on shadow work all over the place on the internet. YouTube is a great source for shadow work. But the best way to do shadow work is to, first, you got to acknowledge that you got triggered. And where did the trigger come from? Obviously, somebody said something to you that triggered something inside of you, whether it was an insecurity or a jealousy, something along that lines. So then you take that trigger and the emotion that's linked to that trigger, and you go back in time. So we're retroing. You're going to go back in time and you're going to pinpoint when the first time in your life you remember feeling that. Was it childhood? Generally, everything comes from childhood, guys. We know that by now. And if it's something that was triggered, let's say something a father did that made you feel unseen. Okay, just for example, unseen. So you can go back to, when I was 12 years old, I did this really great thing and I went to go show my dad and he just kind of said, wow, look at that shit. You know, something like that. That made you feel unseen, undervalued, all of those things. So you take that little bit of information you pulled from within you, within your energy field, and transmute it. Just say, I don't condone this anymore. It's not for me. It happened then. It's not happening now. So I need to quit taking myself back to that mindset in that state of being all the time, and just transmute it. Breathe it in, breathe it up, breathe it out. Ask God, angels, universe to take this dark, negative, low frequency energy and turn it into blessings, turn it into beauty, wealth, power, abundance, discernment, clarity. Turn it into whatever the hell you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to call in for your destiny. Transmute it. Turn it into that. Staying stuck doesn't serve us, guys. It won't serve us for New Earth, and it won't serve us for our next level elevation. So if you're looking to step into your destiny and you're trying to get aligned, pay attention to the energy. Pay attention to the Schumann resonance. Pay attention to the planetary alignments. Because if you're a light worker and you've been activated, it is going to affect you until you figure it out. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.